everybody, so today I thought I would do a first impression video. So L'Oreal recently released their new Infallible Sculpt range, and I was lucky enough to go and pick up the foundation, the contour kit and the blush all from Superdrug, and what I thought I would do is take them home and apply them and tell you guys what I think about them, because I know there was a lot of hype about these and I am all about a good contour. Like, I've really started getting into doing a good contour, and so I thought I would show you their new contouring range and tell you guys what I think about them and just kind of show you what they look like on my skin. So if you guys want to watch it, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've taken off all my makeup, so I'm really sorry if I look really pale or whatever. But yeah, so first of all I'm going to talk about their Infallible Sculpt foundation. Now, it came in two shades, which was light or medium, which I found was a really bit weird because I personally have really like light skin, but I like a really good coverage foundation, and sometimes I find like light foundation is too light for me, but sometimes I find medium like too dark, so I'm kind of like an in-between, and the fact that they only really had a light or a medium was a little bit like there wasn't a high range, so you kind of were one or the other. But I decided to pick up medium just because I like a higher coverage, like looking foundation. So the back says, introducing L'Oreal Paris First Contouring Base, a light coverage base that matches skin's colour for an undefying and smoothing effect. Builds a perfect lever for blendable coverage to prepare for the perfect contour. So basically, this foundation is supposed to be really good for contouring, and L'Oreal have come up with the idea that if you put this on your face, you're supposed to get like a really good contour out of it. So I'm going to now apply this onto my face, and then I'll tell you guys like what I thought about it once I've applied it. So when I first applied the foundation, I found it really nice. When I put it onto my hand, it was quite watery, and sometimes I find like watery foundations really hard to stick on my face, but I actually am quite impressed with it. I do think it's quite a high coverage. On the back it says it's a light coverage, but I managed to build it up quite thick. Although I do think that you would have to wear a concealer because you can still see some of my blemishes on my forehead and a few under my eyes. But all in all, I actually really like it. I wouldn't suggest it if you are like someone who has quite like sensitive skin, because it is quite thick, and I can kind of feel it. Like when I was applying it, I had to be really careful because I didn't want it to become too cakey. I applied it with my my Reels Technique Expert brush. This is what I apply all my foundations with, just because it's a lot easier with it being a smaller brush. I can kind of do circular motions, which is what it says on the bottle. It just says to apply it says smooth onto skin in circular motions for a natural looking complexion. So I just made sure that I circled it in to make sure I did it all right. But I actually really like it. The colour I was a little bit unsure with at first because I wasn't sure if it's too orange. Obviously I don't know what it's like with the light on because I don't have a viewfinder in the back of my camera, so I'm not going to know like what it actually looks like with my studio lights on until I've seen it properly. But I do actually really like it. Like, I think it's like something I would wear. I would be a little bit reluctant to like the amount that I put on, but I think it kind of gives me a really nice airbrush looking kind of foundation, and I would definitely like wear it, and I think I'm going to probably try it again. But yeah, all in all, I actually really like it. Now I'm going to move on to the Infallible Sculpt contouring palette. Now, I'm new to contouring, like I mentioned in my other video, so I'm always looking for a really good contour palette, and this again is in medium. I just kind of decided with getting the medium foundation that I would get the medium contour, and I actually really like it. When you open it, you get a really quite nice large mirror, and then you just get a really nice contour shade and a highlight, and it is a cream highlight, which I didn't actually even know. And then it comes with some instructions, so I'm just gonna read the instructions because, like I said, I literally don't know what I'm doing. Oh, Okay then, L'Oreal. So the instructions which L'Oreal give you to how to apply your contour are in a different language. I think they're in French, and I can't speak French. So apparently I'm not going to use the instructions to teach you how to contour. I'm just gonna go for it. This is either going to go really well or really wrong. So this is the kind of final contour look. I'm not going to lie to you, I find it so difficult contouring with it just because I'm so new to contouring, and I didn't really find like the instructions that helpful, and the back again didn't really help me that much. It just kind of was like put it on your hand and then kind of blend it all in. So I tried to blend it in as much as possible. I think I'm going to need like a few more like times just playing around with this before I get like the look that I want. It's kind of one of them products that I wouldn't suggest if you're new. If you're like me and you're kind of new getting into contour and maybe you're not the best, I found it really difficult knowing like how to blend it and like using what brush. And if you looked in the clip, I actually ended up like changing my brush like 3 times. I applied it with my Real Technique flat contour brush, which went on really well. It went on better this side than it did this side. This side I ended up coming down here for some reason, but I think it's the way that I applied it myself. And then I ended up trying to attempt to blend it with this, and I also mixed it with this one as well. And when I mixed it, it looked okay. I just think I need like a better kind of understanding on how to contour with it. So I'm probably going to play around, but for first impressions, I was really quite impressed with it. I like the colour because sometimes I found like with a lot of contour kits, especially if they're like a medium and then like if they have just like a medium or a light colour, they often just kind of like offer an orangey kind of colour, and when I put it on my face, I just look like I have orange cheeks and orange like whatever. But I actually really like it, and I think I'm gonna like use it more just because I actually quite liked it. Like I would go out and buy this if I needed a contour palette, or if I was like struggling to find something to do contour with. This is something that I would go for, and I think it was quite an affordable price as well. So all in all, I actually really like it. Then finally, I'm going to move on to the Sculpt brush. This blush, this is a trio contouring blush, so this is supposed to make like your contouring final and then to make your face looking flawless. So I'm going to apply this with my Real Technique blush brush, which is what I apply all my blusher with, and we'll see how that goes. And that is the overall blush look. I actually really liked it. I forgot to mention, but I picked up the nude beige one. This is a bit more of a coral one because I like coral blushes as opposed to bright pink blushes. But I actually really like it, and overall I am so impressed with the Loreal Infallible Sculpt range. I was a little bit reluctant because I've watched videos before I purchased these just to try and see what other people thought, and a lot of people said that they didn't like it, but surprisingly I was very pleasantly surprised. The only thing I would say is that I would probably want to research more into contouring before I used it, because like I said, I wasn't the best at applying it, and if you're a beginner it can be quite difficult. And I thought with the foundation that the fact that they only had a light and a medium and they didn't really have a wide range of colours was a little bit disappointing, and I hope that they bring it out for loads of different skin colours, because this could be a really good alternative foundation, especially if you want that flawless looking look, which is what I think this gives. But overall I am so impressed with the Loreal Infallible Sculpt. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, and if you guys want to see any more videos like this, do not be afraid to ask. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, like me on Twitter, and follow my new Instagram. I opened up an Instagram literally just for my YouTube, so now if you guys want to speak to me, if you go over onto my Instagram, I am more than likely to see your message as opposed to my private account, just because I thought it was easier and I could post more funner pictures. And yeah, and make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, it's free. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.